All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Jodi there.
And we are excited to react to someone new for us to react to. Who is this, Jodi?
Dylan Moran.
Dylan Moran is how I would say it. And he's talking about the British class system. And don't know anything about this guy. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We love to react to comedy, specifically British comedy. If you have someone you want us to react to, go ahead and put it in the comment section. But if you like our reaction to this video, please don't forget to
like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded video. Was this a request?
Or this was not. I just randomly, not trying to, found this a dude.
I don't like him then.
She doesn't like him. Here we go.
What's very striking about Britain is the class system. And class is back. People are talking about class again, using these playground words, chavs and toffs. I found that very weird, because I wasn't aware of a class system growing up in Ireland. There didn't seem to be a class system, not that I knew about anyway. There just seemed to be everybody, and then there was 4 people over there who had big houses, but you didn't know them. It seems to me British people like the class system. You like to have little boxes to put people in. You know, you like to have aristocrats, people with 4 sets of teeth, nobody understands what they're saying. They live in big, drafty houses that smell of wet spaniel. And there's the upper, and they have all the fun with their surnames, because they're called things like Mr. Trasorius, Bletchley, Sarsingle, Pukington, and so on. And then there's the upper middle class who actually have all the money, and they have all the fun with their first names, because the child is christened or baptized, but it's never called by that name afterwards. It's always known by a nickname. Jaunty, Ning, Nong, Biff, Squiff, Titface, whatever it is. Come on.
Titface.
Come on, we're going skiing again for no reason. Why would anybody want to go skiing? Why you could sit in the comfort of your own kitchen and break your knees with a hammer?
Agree.
What is the human impulse? What's wrong with these people? I think it's because they're so cosseted, their lives are so comfortable, they actually seek out danger as a pastime. If you're poor, you don't go and look for danger because you're surrounded by it. Your accommodation is dangerous, your neighbors are dangerous, your own family are pretty handy, you probably have a couple of moves yourself, your dinner could kill you anyway, so you don't have to go and look for danger. The dark creates all kinds of things. The dark creates music, particular kinds of music. Horrible folk music you don't want to listen to. And heavy metal, which they love in dark places. They love it in Scandinavia. They have all these metal bands, you know, and they're not like the English ones or the American ones that have names like Metallica and Megadeth and so on. The names are, because English isn't their first language in Scandinavia, even though they all speak it, so they call their bands things like Anus Hammer. Egg Smuggler, all that stuff. And
Egg Smuggler.
It's a very interesting look, heavy metal. You know, you have everything down here. You've got jazz and ska and everything, you know, and whatever, folk music too, probably. Folk music has its own look. It has, you know, people wear dungarees because they say, I'm a man or a woman of the people. This isn't my main thing, you know. I'm just like you, really. My main job is harvesting turnips. Anyway, this next number is called Cross-Eyed Mary of the Lowlands. I'd like to dedicate it to my wife. And then there's jazz, you know, you get people in suits, but they're non-conformist suits because they're wearing a pink shirt with a green jacket and a blue tie and trousers too complex to describe. And because they're saying, yes, I'm wearing a suit, but I work for me, and my job is to play the electrified tractor horn till 5 in the morning, so f*** you. Heavy metal is a very interesting look. The look is a kind of an argument. It's an argument against Darwinism. Because what the people who are involved are saying is that attraction is not necessary for reproduction. That's why they shave all the hair off where it would naturally be and cultivate it in places where it shouldn't be.
Cultivate.
And that's why the music is so angry. You know, if you shave all the hair off your arse and then get into a pair of leather trousers, you're gonna sing an angry song. It's not gonna be some wistful ballad about that crazy summer in Paris with Justine. It's going to be much more death in the morning, death for breakfast, little pots of toasted death. And heavy metal is what happens when a group of people with competitively disgusting appearances come together to try to kill air. People go funny in middle age, you know. Men go funny. They get into things, you know. They get a hobby. Say, yeah, I've always been interested in wood, I just didn't want to say anything until now. I need to go and be with my big lump of wood. They get a silly car, you know, a bright coloured car that nobody else can fit inside so they can pretend they can drive around in their own penis. And my thing, what happened to me was I had this period of being addicted to action films, thrillers, modern thrillers. Really stupid ones, you know, the stupider the better. Not the old-fashioned kind of James Bond one where he's in a car, you know, and he's got a sharp suit and a lady in a frock is there and he clicks a pen and people's feet fall off and all that stuff.
Never happened.
Not those. This is a modern one, you know, where you don't know what's going on and neither does the hero. That's the important thing. Everybody has amnesia in the film. And it begins with him running across the desert, picking numbers out of snakes that have been nailed to cactuses, because that's somehow going to explain who he is and what he's supposed to do. And then suddenly he's on a boat and he kills 19 people with his insoles. And then, you know, he finds out he can speak a dozen languages and he's an amazing pastry chef. He can control condiments by thinking about them. And rubbish, in other words. Even better if it's got Jason Statham in it. Those films are unimprovably stupid because they begin with him being thrown out of an aeroplane. He's got one wire attached from his heart going to his arse, another one going from his brain to his bollocks. And if he pulls the wrong wire, he swallows his eyes and vomits his liver. They're fabulous. Exercises in homicidal manliness. And because that's what's happening to you. You're becoming a blob, so you outsource your masculinity. You watch Jason do all this stuff. Go on, Jason, break his other collarbone. I got a parking ticket this morning. And you see, he's such a man. Even his lunch sweats. Most men are what? Nerveless bags of glands, you know? People who... Jason makes decisions. Most men get poleaxed by indecision just walking into Pret a Manger. Not Jason, he pulls the whole fucking circuit board out. That's how much of a man he is. You see? Most men are ambiguous creatures. You can imagine another life for yourself. You could have become a library glue wholesaler in Worthing. You might have been a bicycle customizer in the Isle of Wight. You might have been somebody who repaired lighthouses in Cornwall and fallen in love with the local fruit seller in midlife, realised you were gay, and he had been nursing a crush on you for all these years because you've been going in and out of there buying yams. And then you moved to Andalusia and opened your own small B&B with an incredible range of sherries. It could happen, you know, but not to Jason. Jason could never make love with another man. Never. Not unless that man contained information that could only be released through the enzymes in sperm.
What?
You see what I'm saying?
No. Love it. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Oh my goodness. I actually really enjoyed him a lot.
He was different. He was funny.
He was hilarious.
Went a little over my head.
Well, I mean, there's always going to be parts of comedy that goes over your head.
Yeah.
I just liked his approach to it. Like, he was like, he talked so fast, but his set seemed like he was just making up as he goes, but it was hilarious.
And it flowed.
And I love how he like makes up names for things like Titface and Anus Hammer and all these different things.
Let's get together so we can kill air. Like,
yes,
that was pretty...
These things that he comes up with is absolutely genius, and I really liked his approach. He seems like, honestly, like just a regular person.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, oh, I just do it on the side or whatever.
I remember we were reacting to a Geography Now, something with one of the Scandinavian countries, maybe it was Sweden, and they were talking about how they're famous for their metal bands, and like they were all dressed up with like the white face paint and the all black and chains, and I was like, woo, intense.
Hey, listen, you gotta like, if you like something,
you gotta be your thing.
You might as well get into it as much as possible. I'm not trying to say anything.
No.
Oh my gosh, you have serious issues, you know? This is a wholesome channel with a wholesome person, at least.
But you gotta get into it
as much as possible. It's not trying to do or say anything with that. Get your mind out of the gutter, one. Jeez Louise.
Sorry.
I really liked him. I thought he was funny. Let us know if you've heard of this comedian before, if he's something that you enjoy, if he has other sets out there and videos out there that you want us to check out. If so,
We
request
will
those.
jump into them as far as possible.
As much as possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Goodbye.